It's always Gold FM for us at Golden Point, Raki Raki.
Gold FM is #1 in Lusaka.
Gold FM is Nandi's best radio station.
It's always Gold FM with us here in Singatoka.
Old is gold, and Gold FM is #1 here in Lusaka.
Singatoka loves classic hits on Gold FM.
We listen to Gold FM here in Tagua.
We love Gold FM in Ba.
We've got beautiful beaches, people, and Gold FM in Raki Raki.
Lautoka loves the classic hits on Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Tonight, 16 days of activism brings women's issues to the fore. USP awards leading researchers. And small businesses in Nambawalu excited about future prospects. Hello Vinaka and welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. The Fiji Women's Crisis Centre has seen a shift in how people perceive violence against women and children. With more cases being reported to the authorities, the NGO says their campaigns are working. Vasita Kutewasawasa reports.
The Fiji Women's Crisis Centre is marking its annual 16 days of activism.
Any form of violence is just wrong. No matter what, everyone has the right to live a happy life.
There's been progress over the years, however, much still needs to be done.
We're seeing an increase in reporting. It doesn't mean that there's a lot more of cases of domestic violence or rape. What we're seeing at the center is there's an increase. So that's good because through our community education and through the reporting, we can see that people are becoming more aware of their rights and saying that any form of violence is wrong.
The Ministry of Women, for its part, is mobilizing violence-free villages around Fiji.
The communities where zero tolerance, violence-free has been declared. One thing for sure, the violence against women and children have been reduced, or even to zero reporting for that matter.
The Fiji Women's Crisis Centre uses its 16 days of activism to empower vulnerable women and children as well as promote equality in society. Vasita Kotewasawasa, FBC News.
Small and micro enterprises operating along the Nambawalu and Raketi Road are already predicting exciting times ahead as the road network gets an uplift. Mikolongo reports the 70-kilometre highway is being constructed by China Railway First Group, a Xi'an city-based company in Shaanxi province.
Businesses between Nambawalu and Raketi on Vanuatu are looking forward to having a more solid footing when the new highway is completed by 2015.
I am very happy with the government for doing this. A lot of us around here are going through financial hardships. With the new road, hopefully taxi business will bloom and this will help us.
It's good for us. Our vehicle used to get damaged. The revamping of the road is going to help us as we are taxi drivers and is also good for the public.
The project has also given employment opportunities for hundreds of people in Bua and Madawata provinces, as well as a training ground for future tradesmen.
I'm here for a practical for 6 months, and so far I've been loving the experience of working with China Railway.
If we want to further studies to become a civil engineer or to become a consultant, they can learn from this project. To me, I gain a lot of experience and skills, and it will definitely help me in the future.
They've employed the villagers, people in this community who are even unskilled workers.
We have hundreds of them. We keep employing every week on a need basis because the amount of work to be done is only increasing by the day.
About 20% of construction work has already been completed at a cost of $40 million. Total cost of the project is $228 million. Mikolonga, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenga Bainimarama has officially ended his year-long tenure as chair of the International Sugar Council, the peak body for world sugar. In his handover speech, Bainimarama thanked the International Sugar Council for entrusting Fiji with the chair and said that it had been a great pleasure and privilege both for him and his government to undertake the responsibility. The change came at the end of the 44th session of the ISC, which Fiji has been presiding over for the past week. Bainimarama is being replaced by the current deputy chair of the ISC, Ambassador Derek Havens of Jamaica, who received the PM's congratulations at a ceremony in London. 63 University of the South Pacific students were rewarded for their publication and leadership research last night. USP Vice-Chancellor Professor Rajesh Chandra says such awards will encourage academics and students to do more research and bring recognition to the university. Shireen Latta reports.
Through these awards, the university recognizes outstanding research publications. Vice-Chancellor Professor Rajesh Chandra says the outcomes this year are very successful.
We will continue to provide these kinds of rewards. We'll continue to provide more funding for research. And all I ask for in return is that the research clusters become more impactful.
Engineering student Jay Gounder won $3,000 and the Major Student Award. The 26-year-old student based his research on renewable energy.
I am working on design and development of tidal current converters, which will be very beneficial to Pacific Island countries, and it will help us to actually meet our demands for energy in our Pacific Islands.
This is an annual event USP uses to promote research at the institution.
We will be needing to look at further ways of ensuring that we can get better output in the future. So we'll be looking at how we can provide more opportunities to our existing staff, for instance, to be able to work more on research. We want to be able to give flexibility within the total workload.
The research awards about $130,000 every year. Shireen Latta, FBC News.
Coming up, who's the best? Fiji's dancing superstar holds mega auditions in Suva.
Today FM is #1 here in Singatoka.
We love Today FM in Lambasa. It rocks!
My favorite station in Nandi is Today FM.
I love Today FM because they play the awesome song.
Loto kasi di love Today's kid music.
I love Today FM because they play all my songs.
We love Today FM at Vuniva Lambasa. Yeah, it rocks!
I love Today FM because it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Bulan 2 sa Batolo FM and number 2 Raki-Raki.
Bula FM number 2 in Nosor.
Go etabo ke boto kola sa Bula FM nga.
Bula FM number 2 Corvo.
Bula FM number 2 Sawa. Bula FM number 2 Lautoka. Bula.
Number 2 ng Bula FM member.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR in Singapore.
Hotel Talita ka warong ng Bula FM Lautoka.
Ali akar warong Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Welcome back to FBC News. Residents along the coastline near Lodala Beach Estates Industrial Division in Nasinu say they will oppose any move by the Nasinu Town Council to turn a reclamation site into a recreational park. The residents are concerned for their security and property value if this is turned into a park. Project consultant and a resident himself, Antonio De Ramon, told FBC News the site is a popular drinking spot and is frequented by strangers. The Nasinu Town Council intends to turn the foreshore into a park in years to come with proper security. Nasinu Town Council Special Administrator Moses Kama told FBC News the project is in the interest of residents and is the most effective way of tackling climate change on this foreshore. Acting Prime Minister Ayar Sayed Qayyum today handed out Fijian-made certification to members of the Western Craft Fair in Nandi. The certification recognizes and preserves their traditional skill set. Sayed Qayyum says Fijian-made is an integral part of the economic policies of the Bainimarama government. The Western Craft Fair was organized by the Fiji Arts Council, promoting the development of the handicraft sector in Fiji.
So what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, is trying to ensure that we preserve the culture, the craft, the skillsmanship, the skillswomanship that exists, but also at the same time provide you with markets. There are, as we know, and some of the handicraft sellers, the mainstream ones will tell you, that a lot of the handicrafts that were being sold in Fiji were in fact imported from overseas.
Fiji's Dancing Superstars, a local reality show, held its mega auditions at Sukuna Park in Suva today. Contestants who were chosen from auditions all over Fiji competed for a chance to be in the final group that will dance for the main prize. Fiji's Dancing Superstar is an initiative of Ganesha Productions, which aims to take the best of Fijian talent to a wider audience. The dance categories included hip-hop, freestyle, belly dancing, Indian Bollywood, classical Bharatnatyam and Kathak and Meke. The winner at the end of the competition will be awarded $10,000. Coming up in sports, Suva Volleyball out to end Rewa's dominance. And Golden Oldies take to the field hoping to raise awareness on cancer.
देश की धड़कन रेडियो फीजी 2 is number 1 in Singapore का।
मैं लंबासा के निवासी, मेरा नाम प्रेम चंद्रा है। देश की धड़कन रेडियो फीजी 2 को मेरा सलाम।
नैनी में देश की धड़कन रेडियो फीजी 2।
रेडियो फीजी 2 में देश की धड़कन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 is number 1 in Singapore।
नैनी में मेरा धड़कन है रेडियो फीजी 2।
हम नन्नूपुर की गिरी रहता है और हम रेडियो फीजी 2 हरदम सुनता है।
हमें रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनो बहुत अच्छा लगे। आप भी रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनो।
देश की धड़कन रेडियो फीजी 2।
Talita na radio Fiji 1 na mwira ni nonda bonua.
Ando talita kana borro na radio Fiji 1 singa toka boleta ni station ni alumatua.
Ando talita kabale una borro na radio Fiji 1 station ni alumatua ilo toka.
Ando talita kabale una borro na radio Fiji 1 na mandi na station ni alumatua.
Au tungo korbo ando borro mo live na station ni alumatua na radio Fiji 1. Ando borro na radio Fiji 1 na station ni alumatua. Nambando tele.
Na radio Fiji 1 nando mo ibiti na bonga ni BNN.
Welcome to FBC Sports. Now Fiji has progressed into the Cup quarter-final of Dubai Sevens after defeating Canada 26-19. It went on to top the pool by beating England 26-21. Coach Ben Ryan spoke to IRB media after the Canada game and says he will cut down on the get-out-of-jail situations.
3 minutes, 14-0 up in control. Went a bit passive in defence. Canada kept the ball and scored just before the hooter, and then they put us under real pressure, gave a couple of penalties away, a bit needless. And, you know, the substitutions made an impact and got us the game, but a little bit of a get out of jail there.
Fiji faces Scotland in the quarterfinals at 8:13 p.m. In other Cup quarterfinals, New Zealand meets Argentina, South Africa face Kenya, while Wales and England go head-to-head. Fijiana, the Fiji women's rugby team, has won the bowl competition at the Dubai Sevens. Fiji beat France 14-10 in the final. It was a walkover for the girls in the semi-final as they outplayed Tunisia 38-5. Fijiana were relegated to the bowl after losing 2 of their pool games. Meanwhile, it was the Australian women's team which won the cup after defeating the much-favoured New Zealand team 35-27. The FBC Super Volleyball Association is rounding up its weekly competition before teams go for a break. With the Vuladhar Championship scheduled for early next year, Suva is not wasting time in efforts to end Rewa's dominance. Shalvin Chand reports.
It has been a busy day for the FBC Suva Volleyball Association. Only 2 more rounds before they take a break. 7 challenges were held in the day.
Great testing too for the officials. We're into our second challenge now. There's another 5 to go, but we know we can go through it.
With the Vuladhar Championship to be held in January, FBC Suva is focused on getting its squad ready for next year.
Selected our team to participate in the build-up to Vuladhar on 23rd of January, and we're thinking of having a run together on the 12th.
New clubs have come on board, which means selectors have a new pool of talent to choose from.
We've got some new teams that have joined Suva this season. That's encouraging for us, and we've tried to pick them up so that at least we can drill them on some of the skills that Suva is renowned for. But
FBC Suva's local competition for the year will end on December 13th. An awards night has been organized to farewell the 2013 season. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
Second week of the Suva Cricket Association's competition, and things have become interesting with the Perpetual Cup changing hands every week. Dividing teams into 2 grades has also seen the quality of games improve. Shalvin Chand again.
The Perpetual Cup has always made Suva cricket exciting. The competition has seen teams lift their game.
It's become that who wants it keeps it for the next week for the challenge, and it's just the interesting thing is that it shows that whoever have the Perpetual Cup looks like it's the champion within that weekly competition, weekly game.
Dividing teams into 2 grades has paid dividends for the Suva Cricket Association.
Grade of the cricket skills of some of the teams. Especially this morning we saw Como beating the Grammar Old Boys in a very, very tight competition where there's only an over left and only two points are the difference. So that shows how interesting and how competitive the competition is.
There were some familiar faces around the oval today as well. With the renewed season, players are hoping to meet personal targets as well as take a shot at the top prize.
Well, if I can hang in there a while, and I enjoy my cricket, I enjoy all outdoor sports. So if I can, hang in there, get a few runs and then turn my arm over successfully, nothing like it.
With weeks of competition ahead, Suva Cricket Association hopes that rain doesn't get in the way. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
The Suva Golden Oldies World Charity Cup Challenge today raised close to $20,000 to set up a cancer clinic for men. With rugby being the order of the day, the different clubs also got a chance to strut their stuff on the paddock. Shalvin Chand was at the Cathedral Secondary School grounds.
The Suva Golden Oldies rugby teams have been around since 2009. Apart from indulging in rugby games every fortnight, they have been busy with various charity programs. This is their first time they have become involved with men's cancer issues.
I hope as of today that we collected last night about 17,665, and yet this morning some other people who has pledged or sponsored some other people that have wearing beards, they must have collected about another 3,000. So hopefully our forecast will be 19,000 to over 20,000.
The club is also hoping to use the money raised to start a clinic in a major hospital aimed at helping those with prostate cancer.
Trying to address the cancer and also trying to find out who has prostate cancer so we can have a clinic just mainly for men. And I think the $20,000 will be put in a trust fund.
The Suva Golden Oldies are also looking to organize a challenge and invite teams from other parts of the world.
It has made us to decide that we will host a World Games for Golden Oldies in 2015. Give us 2 years because this March will be very aggressive in the cancer network.
This year was the first charity challenge. Its success has prompted the Suva Golden Oldies to make this an annual event. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
And the Vodafone Women's IDC defending champions Lambasa won both its pool games today, making them the first team to qualify for the semi-finals at Govind Park in Ba. Suva, Rewa and Ba are also looking good for the semi-finals. The pool games finish tonight, with the finals being tomorrow. Showers were experienced over Kandavu, Eastern and Southern Viti Levu and Southern Lao Group. Elsewhere, afternoon showers prevailed. A trough of low pressure lies slow moving near Solomons and extends southeastwards to the west of Fiji. Looking at the temperature chart, all major centres were in the low 30s. Tomorrow's forecast is for fine conditions in the morning, giving way to showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Now recapping our headlines, the Fiji Women's Crisis Centre says its awareness campaigns are bearing fruit, with more cases of domestic violence being reported. Small business operators in Nambawalu and Raketi have high hopes for the future with the construction of the new road network. And Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama has ended his year-long tenure as chair of the International Sugar Council. To our poll question this week, and we ask, what did you think of the Vodafone Fiji Mbati performance at the 2013 Rugby League World Cup? Log on to www.fbc.com.fj to take part. And that's FBC News for tonight. Have yourself a good evening.
Old Town Tower में it's only Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
बाके हर घर में खाली मिर्ची FM बजे. Mirchi FM is hot.
Best sound, best music. Mirchi FM rocks in record.
नानी का #1 station है Mirchi FM.
Mirchi FM is hot. Mirchi FM it's #1 in nursery.
Mirchi FM is hot. हम लोग Mirchi FM रोज सुनता है. Mirchi FM गागो मामा.
Mirchi FM